Hello friends, welcome to next video on India's neighbor. In today's video, we will do India's neighbor Nepal and we will talk about Indo-Nepal relationship. And before we proceed, welcome to YouTube channel MD Alam. Please do subscribe, like and share. It is about me. And now the flag of India and Nepal. India and Nepal have been quite a friend of each other. Nepal is a small country situated in India's north in Himalayas, and its contact with outside world is possible only through India. Therefore, Nepal always needs smooth relation with India. Right? Here we see that how Nepal is situated. Nepal, one side has China. Here, this all area belongs to China, and this side India, this side India, this side India. It means on the three sides, Nepal's boundary touches India, right? So as you can see that in Nepal, one side we have Sikkim, state of India, then we have Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and another side Uttarakhand. So this is how Nepal is situated in India's relation. It is a small country, right? And if we talk about Nepal is a Hindu state, whereas India here Hindus are in majority. Though India is not a Hindu country, it is a secular country, and we have an open border with Nepal. Citizens of both the countries can come and go to each other's countries without any restrictions, without any visa or anything else. Even we see during British rule, Nepali Gurkhas had joined Indian army, and still today we have Gurkha regiment. And besides that, Nepali Gurkhas are working in various parts of India in various spheres of work, and they have fully acquainted themselves with the Indian culture. So this is how India share boundary with Nepal. Let's move further. We see here there is a Lipu Lake Pass. It is known as Kala Pani, and there is a problem over it. And India and Nepal both claim the Kala Pani territory. This map shows where it is situated. Then we have border dispute between India and Nepal, right? Main is of Kala Pani, and then we have tri-junctions trouble. Tri-junction means a place where three things meet. Here three countries meet. One is China, one is India, and one is Nepal. Nepal has two tri-junctions with India and China. The one in dispute now is Lipu Lake in Kala Pani at the border of Uttarakhand with Nepal. In 1816, Sugauli Treaty signed by Nepal and British India identified Kali River as Nepal boundaries with India. Nepal claims the river to Kalapani's west is the main Kali, and thus Nepal has territorial right to it. India holds that a ridge line to Kalapani east is the border. Thus, Kalapani falls within its territory. So there is a bit dispute over it. Let's give me a brief introduction of Nepal. Nepal and India are close neighbors, and as close neighbors, India and Nepal share a unique relationship of friendship and cooperation characterized by open border and deep rooted people to people contact of kinship and culture. As I told you, that majority of Indian are Hindus, and Nepal is a Hindu state, so there is kinship and cultural relationship, and that is deep rooted. There has been a long tradition of free movement of people across the border. Nepal has an area of 1,47,181 square kilometer, and despite the close linguistic, material, religious, and cultural ties at people to people level between India and Nepal, since 2015, political issues and border disputes have strained relations between the two countries, with the anti Indian sentiments growing amongst the government and people of Nepal. In between, Nepal tried to make relationship with China, and there have been so many other problems also that has created a rift between India and Nepal. Though India is trying to restore the relationship, but still both countries need to do many things to have a better relationship. In this video, we are going to further to the factor responsible for tension between India and Nepal, right? And its history and about its past we will do in another video. Let's discuss. India is always in unique thinking of having a good relation with its neighboring countries, and Nepal is in its proximity, and so after the abolition of monarchy, India and Nepal tried to improve its relationship, and it has been better, but there have been certain issues that created a rift, right? We will do those factors responsible for tension between India and Nepal. First factor is Nepalese Maoist against India. Nepal has come completely under the influence of Maoist extremists, and they have established control over the rest of the Nepal territory except Kathmandu. They want to establish socialism in the country by abolishing monarchy, and to achieve their purpose they wanted to. So they have started violent revolution in Nepal. Nepalese Maoists have established their relations with Naxals in India, and that is a serious problem to India. Today, Naxals have their influence almost in 13 Indian states. So Nepalese Maoist started using Naxals influence, and they have done certain activities that was not in favor of India. So this is one of the problem where India wanted to curtail those relationship and those activities against India of the Maoist. So activities of Nepalese Maoist against India have been a problem between the relationship, as Nepal was not able to contain or stop them from interfering in Indian matters through Naxals or through otherwise, right? Next is base of terrorist activities against India. Since India and Nepal have open border, the terrorists are using Nepal as a base for their anti-India activities, and Nepal has not shown any eagerness to contain the terrorist activities. It is very easy for anyone to come from Nepal. We must remember that the plane of Indian Airlines was hijacked in December 1999 from Kathmandu, the capital city of Nepal. So terrorists have been using Nepal territory for activities against India. This is one of the serious issue. The Nepal's policy of blackmailing. We know that Nepal has border with India and China. So we have also border relation with China. So China is making all efforts to bring Nepal under its influence. Right, but rulers of Nepal have made full use of this situation. After the declaration of emergency, India has stopped all sort of military aid to Nepal, as the objective of India was to put a pressure on Nepal for the restoration of democracy in India. But Nepal got military aid from China and Pakistan, which India didn't like. India never wanted that arms be supplied to Nepal under such conditions, and that has been a issue of sort of blackmailing, where Nepal getting arms, ammunitions from China and Pakistan, both countries where we have problems and enmity. So this is how Nepal tried to blackmail India by uh, making relationship with enemy countries of India. Then we have next point, conditional support to India. And in United Nations Security Council also, where India is demanding a permanent seat, Nepal has put a condition that it will support India's claim only on the condition that India lifts embargo on the supply for weapons to Nepal, which was sort of blackmailing. So here also in United Nations Security Council permanent seats, for permanent seat, Nepal is sort of blackmailing or giving conditional support only. Now, Nepalese migration to India. Nepal is a very poor country, and Maoist activities have increased, and that has further worsened the situation, aggravated the situation, and the imposition of emergency in Nepal has helped the Maoists to activate their activities against the king. As a result of such situation, Nepalese are fleeing to India, and that is a grave concern for India. India has decided to be vigilant about it. Yet it is not possible to seal all the border, and it has remained open throughout the histories. So it has been a big problem. So Nepalese are not containing those, fleeing people to India, or those migration to India. So that is also a bone of contention between India and Nepal relations. Indian origin priest problem also arose in 2019, and Moist made an attempt to replace the priest of Pashupati Nath temple in Nepal with Nepalese priests. Though the Supreme Court of Nepal had not allowed the Moist to do this, yet it had created a bitterness between both the countries. So they wanted to change the priest of Indian origin. Then Treaty of Peace and Friendship between India and Nepal is around 60-year plus treaty, right? And this treaty problem is a big problem. Moist consider it partial and discriminatory and want it to be reviewed. India agreed to review it, but they spread propaganda against India about this treaty, and that is also a source of bitterness among the Indo-Nepal relationship. Then Madhesis problem. Madhesis is a minority communities, right? Actually, they are the people who have migrated from India to Nepal. Sympathetically, Nepal government to consider their views. India wanted Nepal government to consider their views sympathetically, Madhesi's views, and Nepal thought it to be interference in the internal affair of Nepal. This had created a bitterness between the relationship of both the countries. So Madhesi's problem is one of the also problem, because they have Madhesis have ties with India. They have cultural family relations with India. They have been settled in Nepal for a long time. So it has been one of the great problem. So if you talk about historical background of mutual relationship between India and Nepal, there it has been long history. It has long history. India has always shown keen interest in prosperity, stability, and peace of Nepal, even till date. But India has given great help to Nepal always. Yet more effort are needed to develop mutual trust and goodwill. So there is a need to take more effort, and in Nepal also need to be careful about the people, about the countries they are making friend with, as those people may use Nepal's territory against India. If you talk about ISI, the secret agency of Pakistan, also wants to make full use of situation of Nepal and India, and in such situation India needs to take effective steps to control it, so that it might not go against us. It may not go against us, right, against India. So these were the basic problem that we have. Let's recap it. Be in factor responsible are base of the terrorist activities against India. Nepal have been sometimes used by the terrorist activities of Nepalese Maoists against India. Nepal's policy of blackmailing India, conditional support in UNSC, United Nations Security Council, and migration of Nepalese to India, and attempt to replace priests of Indian origin. Then treaty problem. Then we have Madhesi's problem. So these were the main factors. Hopefully you understood and wrote down the main points. Thank you. Subscribe and like, share YouTube channel MD Alam. Thank you. Best wishes. God bless you.